actual jurors.
I do want to mention one other quick thing. They can't find witness number 3 still. This is apparently an ex-girlfriend of Diddy's who was one of the alleged victims.
And
prosecution can't find her.
Right, her.
Today in a New York federal courtroom, Sean Diddy Combs told the judge he was, quote, a little nervous. The rap mogul's criminal trial began this morning. He is trafficking, racketeering, and more.
Let's pull back the curtain on Sean Diddy's infamous freak-off gatherings. Events that weren't just exclusive, but shrouded in secrecy and dripping with allegations that have shaken the entertainment world to its core. These weren't the glamorous parties you see splashed across glossy magazines or Instagram feeds. No, these were something else entirely. Behind the gates of sprawling mansions and within the privacy of luxury hotels, a darker, far more unsettling narrative begins to
Trying to find her, and her attorney has said that she may not be willing to come and testify anyway. So
let's begin with how these gatherings were reportedly organized. According to investigators and those who have come forward, Diddy's team is said to have run these events with the precision of a military operation. Venues were meticulously prepared and stocked with what can only be described as an overwhelming surplus of personal products. Over 1,000 bottles of lubricants and oils were reportedly confiscated during federal raids on his homes in Miami and Los Angeles earlier this year. What kind of event requires that quantity of supplies? The mind reels. These so-called freak-offs weren't just spontaneous celebrations. They were planned, managed, and executed with chilling efficiency. There were even reports of IV fluid deliveries, allegedly provided to help guests recover from whatever had transpired the night before. It paints a picture of indulgence so extreme, it borders on dystopia. And then there's the guest list. These weren't just Hollywood hopefuls or anonymous partygoers. These were the biggest names in the industry. A-list celebrities, athletes, and music moguls all found themselves in Diddy's orbit. Smith, for example, has been repeatedly linked to Diddy's.
It was my man, this is probably irreparable.
What's more, the rumors surrounding these events aren't just coming from tabloids. Former attendees and even employees have begun to speak out, painting a disturbing picture of gatherings where the line between consent and coercion was dangerously blurred. Some have described being invited under the pretense of networking opportunities or career advancement, only to find themselves in situations they couldn't easily escape. One former staff member, now a key figure in the investigation, has reportedly provided detailed accounts of how travel arrangements were made for guests, accommodations were prearranged, and specific supplies were delivered in advance. From Baki Essa custom lighting to personalized linens, everything had its place. And everything, it seems, was under Diddy's control. And speaking of control, let's talk about Victim 3, the missing witness who has become a focal point of the federal case against Diddy. This individual was expected to deliver explosive testimony about what allegedly took place at these gatherings. According to prosecutors, she was prepared to drop her pseudonym and testify.
The defense wanted to propose a question on, after the potential jurors filled out their questionnaire, have they seen any news media, any documentaries, anything just relating to a news medium, and whether or not they saw it in between them filling out the questionnaire to Monday morning when they saw, or when they go to jury selection. So essentially meaning
the timing of her disappearance is particularly suspect, especially given Diddy's history of allegedly using his wealth and influence to shield himself. Several lawsuits filed against him describe a troubling pattern of intimidation and retaliation. One former employee claims that Diddy regularly used threatening language to ensure loyalty, allegedly telling staff members, "You don't cross me, ever." Another accuser stated that she was blacklisted from the industry after rejecting his advances, her career effectively over before it even began. Whether proven or not, these stories paint a picture of a man who didn't just wield power, he weaponized it. But here's where things get even murkier. The very nature of these allegations makes it difficult to separate fact from fiction. Some have claimed that Diddy's Parties operated like secret societies, complete with unwritten rules and an unspoken hierarchy. Guests in the know supposedly understood the implicit expectations of attendance, while others were left to navigate an environment that could quickly turn hostile. One attendee described feeling trapped, saying that leaving early wasn't an option without drawing unwanted attention. Another claimed that cell phones were confiscated upon entry, ensuring that no photos or videos could be leaked. If true, these measures suggest a high level of paranoia and possibly explain why so few details have surfaced until now. Yet, despite the mounting allegations, Diddy's defense team has been quick to dismiss the claims as nothing more than sensationalized fabrications. They argue that the so-called freak-offs were consensual gatherings among adults